Hey, Alpha fam, welcome back to another episode of Alpha Commission. Today on Alpha Commission, of course, we're going to go over the sideways action on the Bitcoin chart. Of course, the entire market still does seem a bit depressed from all of the FTX and Binance war fallout, where FTX has just, of course, declared bankruptcy, and pretty much people will not be getting their assets back from FTX. And we do see the Trust wallet from Binance just pumping because, of course, Binance was the victor there. And guys, if we do go over to the charts, we did have a nice pump into the momentum zone yesterday, which I was suggesting was possible based upon this kind of janky, a broadening descending wedge that was forming here. These things do have a tendency to break to the upside, and so I was suggesting that we were likely to retest the bottom here of the range at around 15,500. Of course, we do have a little bit of support in there, which we did bounce off of around 15,800, just front running that area, which is something that I suggested could happen. But what I didn't expect is that CZ, the CEO over at Binance, would just declare that he was going to set up a fund to kind of rescue some of these cryptos that may be in danger due to the FTX fallout, and that he was inviting other major players to join him in that. And that did just pump the market to heaven. And so once we did cross this kind of diagonal, we got above my bearish level and into that momentum zone yesterday. You could have pretty much, taken a long off of that. And I did suggest some levels where we were likely to be able to reach. We didn't get to the top of the momentum zone, so we didn't, capture anything particularly bullish. And of course, these alpha momentum scales over here have been updated for today. These are not yesterday's; these are the new ones to today. But had we been able to get above that momentum zone, it would have been very bullish. Now that standard did come down a bit, and so now the level that we have to beat is 17,600 approximately. In my estimation, to be bullish, get really that momentum bounce, probably somewhere around 18,215, and then just to be really bullish on the higher time scales, we really need to capture that 20,730 area if you want to even have a chance for some squeezes to the upside on the weeklies, etc. But guys, to be honest with you, we are pretty much in neutral territory so long as we're between 17,200 to 16,600. Below 16,600, I am going to have that bearish bias, which I do have currently because our price is sitting somewhere around 16,500. And I will be concerned if we do lose 16,175, which is essentially just our local low here, as we could, just fall further to the downside, perhaps re-exploring that 15,500 or that 15,800 area. But anyway, we will have lost our momentum. And guys, that would be our momentum all through the weekly. If I do show you just some type of ad hoc support and resistances, you can see that this is a bit of a trading zone, a bit of a range that we have here. A little bit of an extreme up here, a little bit of an extreme down here, but essentially we're in this bit of a range between this oh no level and this potentially bullish, just kind of bullish-ish area. And so really that solid bullish bias is in these blue zones up here, but we're just not there yet. And so, although some coins are popping off due to the news from CZ, for example, I think Flux went off, I believe XRP went off, and a couple of these other coins are putting in some type of bullish formations. Bitcoin just is continuing to meander to the side. It's pretty much given up its gains that it got from CZ. It did break out of this little downtrend that we have here, and so essentially unfortunately, we still are in the solid bearish zone and still at risk of potentially losing all of our momentum all through the weekly. Would love to see us get into today's momentum zone. Unfortunately, we're starting the day underneath it. Something that is good news is that our 2 to 5 day projection for momentum is actually towards the bottom of our current day momentum zone. And so whenever it's towards the top, it actually puts pressure on us to the downside. And whenever it's towards the bottom, it can actually help uplift us. So this does give me some hope as well as breaking out of this downtrend here, that we might be able to capture some momentum to the upside in the next couple days. And if we do just switch gears and take a look at XRP really quick, you can't see what XRP did. If I jump over to Flux, you can see what Flux did. A couple of these other coins are pumping off of this breakout. And while I don't know if that can be sustained, it does suggest that Bitcoin perhaps has the opportunity to do something similar. Anyway, guys, those are your alpha momentum scales for the day. Those are your alpha momentum pools here. We would like to get inside of them. So long as we're underneath them, it is a bit bearish. So there you go. There's your alpha for the day. Stay safe and happy trading.